Hi guys, welcome back to In Case of Econ Struggles. Today I'm going to once again be talking about Stata, but in these next set of videos what I really want to do is sort of build up your working Stata knowledge from the ground up. So this video in particular is going to be mostly geared towards the beginner users of Stata, but if you've been using Stata for a little while, I'm still going to make sure that there is something for everyone, and so I'll put in keyboard shortcuts that I use and those sorts of things and little tricks that might help you even if you've been using Stata and feel pretty comfortable in Stata. So what would be really helpful for me is if you find a key takeaway, if you find something about this video that really helped you, please put that in the comment section below. And if by the end of the video, nothing's really helped you out, please also let me know that in the comments below so I can improve upon that for future videos. So like I said, we're going to talk about Stata today. We're going to talk about sort of an intro to Stata and the Stata environment. Now, the first thing about Stata that I want you guys to know, especially for those of you who are beginners, is that when we run a particular command in Stata, we are going to write those commands. And so even if you see people using these menus to figure out what command to use, please resist the urge to do that. It's going to help you a lot if you just get used to writing your commands in do file, which I'll talk about in a second, and not to use these menus. One thing that is helpful about these menus in particular is dark mode. I really like dark mode, so what I did is I went to Edit, Preferences, General Preferences, and I changed my overall color scheme to dark. And so I think this is much better than this light color, and so I want to keep it in dark mode, and so that's what it's going to look like. Now we'll start getting into these windows or these parts of the Stata window just to get you guys a little more comfortable with them. So what you can see in this big window right here, there's currently nothing there, but what this is going to be is this is going to be the place where Stata will tell you both which commands are being run and any output that's coming out of these commands. So for example, if you ever looked at regression output, the regression output is coming out in this window from a regression command. Now down below, this is your command window. You should think of this window as sort of your trial window. So this is where you are trying to troubleshoot a given command. Maybe you're not sure if it's going to work or not, so you're trying it out here. It's not yet in your do file. Okay, we'll talk about do files in a second and why they're so important. But this is the place to sort of try stuff out. So for example, if I try the command S, well, the command S is not recognized. It's not an actual command. And so it's going to tell me that it tried to run that command. This is the error message. This is the number of the error message. If I want, I can click on this R199 and it will bring up sort of a longer description of that error message. Some of them are helpful, some of them are not. For example, this guy command S is unrecognized. That's pretty helpful on its own. I don't really need another window to say that. Now the other thing you'll notice is that when I ran that S, it showed up in this left-hand side here. This is sort of like the history of the commands that you've tried to run in Stata. If it ran successfully, it's going to show up in white. And if it did not run successfully, it's going to show up in red with the error code of why it didn't run. Now, one thing that's helpful if you're a little more advanced is the keyboard shortcut page up. So if I click page up, you can see it's going to auto-populate this command window with the last thing I tried to run, which if I really meant to type sum instead of S, then I can just page up, type the UM, and run it again. Now I don't have any data, so it's not going to give me any output, but now you can see this command runs, and I would know that this is sort of troubleshooted and ready to put in my do file, or maybe I'm just poking at data. But again, this command window, these are things not going in your program, we're just troubleshooting. So just to make this a little more interesting, I'm just going to read in the auto data, which is a data set that comes in with Stata. Talk a little bit more about that in a second. But this is really useful because now you can see on this top right-hand side, I've got this variables box and it's telling me all the variables that I have in my data. If I click on one, for example, price, you can see that now I'm going to populate some things in the bottom right-hand corner. These are just telling you aspects about particular variables and your data set. So for example, this is the variable price. It's got a label on it called price. It's an int or an integer, which just means it's a number variable, versus something like a make, which is a string or just words. And it'll tell me if it's got a label, any notes. And then below that, some things about my data set. I've got 12 variables. I've got 74 observations. This is the size in case that I care about something like how much memory this is taking up in my particular computer and whether or not it's sorted. It's currently sorted by foreign. I can sort it another way if I want to. So now we've covered all the windows that you can see so far. There are two other really important windows to think about. One of those is the browse window and one of those is the do file editor window. If I want to open up the browse window, I can either type browse or I can type BR, and it's going to go ahead and open sort of the data set, and I can take a look at it. I can scroll on the bottom if I've got a bunch of different columns, and I can scroll up and down in order to see all the rows of my data set, sort of just like an Excel window, but in Stata. Now, if I want to do that without typing the browse command, I can click Control 8 on my keyboard, and if I click Control 8, it's going to open up that same window for me. Now, the main window that we're going to use is the do file. There are two ways that I can open up the do file. This menu right here is going to have one, New Do File Editor. I can type Do Edit in my command window, and it'll open up this guy. Or if I want to use the keyboard shortcut, I can hit Control 9. Control 9 will open it the same way. And if I'm running Stata on my personal computer, I like to have the do file editor on one side of my window and sort of the other Stata window on the other one, where what I'm going to do is I'm just sort of going to drag this guy to make it have more room for my do file, because ultimately everything I do in Stata is going to be in my do file editor, because what I want to do is I want to be able to save this program, open it at any time, and run the same exact program, run exactly the same set of commands that I did before, and not have to start over every time that I open Stata. I've talked about the do file more in a separate video. I'll link that video in the top right hand corner right about now. I'll also link it in the description below. And again, I've got tons of videos on different Stata commands. That playlist will be also linked in the description below and at the end of this video. If you're looking for a specific command, those are really helpful resources to check out and sort of help you through your Stata struggles. And now that we've got everything set up, we're sort of ready to learn our first couple commands. And I think the first couple commands that can be really helpful are sort of importing data. I think it's most common when you're doing any sort of Stata work for sure the first time. Most often you're asked to import some sort of Excel file or CSV file or DTA file. So I'm going to show you how that works. And I'm going to begin by using some data sets that already come with your Stata. So if in the command window, I type sysuse direct, then what you can see is that I've got all of these data sets already with Stata that I can use to sort of play around with, run different commands on, see how they work. They're really helpful. They're also really important because one thing you're going to learn is that when you are looking for commands, when you're trying to Google and figure out how a Stata command works, often the examples will use one of these data sets. So being familiar with them is pretty helpful. And so if I want to use a data set, I can just say sysuse auto, clear, and that'll go ahead and read in the auto data just like I did before. And again, if I wanted to do something else, maybe I page up to get that guy back in here. And maybe instead of sys auto, maybe I want to use US, clear, and it'll read in the US data instead. Again, we'll play around with these more in the next couple of videos. But now we want to import our data. And so let's suppose that we've saved our data. We've used good folder structure so that it's not just in our downloads folder. It's organized in a place where we can easily find a specific data set for homework or an assignment or some sort of research project. And you can see that I've got two files. They're both example data. Got one as an Excel and one as a CSV, because I'm going to show you how to import both of these. So let's suppose that I've gone ahead at Google and Google's told me I need to use this command called import Excel. That's how I'm going to import my data, and I'm not sure how the import Excel command works. The first thing that I'm going to do, now that I know what the command is I'm going to say help import Excel. And the reason I'm going to say that is because Stata has really helpful help files for each command, and so it's really important to know where they are and how to read them. So I'm going to load an Excel file. I want to import Excel using the file name. I'm not sure what these options are, but so first I'm just going to import Excel using the file name. And so what I'm going to say is I'm going to import Excel, and I'm going to I'm going to go up here. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to right click as I hit shift on a Windows machine, and I want to click copy as path, because what I want to do is I want to import Excel using this file here. And I know that because I've got data set read in, I'm going to need to clear it. So let's just read it in. So I read it in. I'm going to drag my variables over. Maybe I'll click Control 8 to give her a little look. And you can see this is almost right, except for the fact that these are really the variable names. And Stata didn't read them in. It just read in that they were column titles A, B, C through E. And so maybe I'll look back at my help import Excel window. And you can see I've got some import Excel options. And first row, treat first row as variable names. Well, that's correct. I want to do that. So I'm going to say first row and like that. And then I'll go ahead and try again. And now you can see that it's read incorrectly. I'll Control 8, and it looks all good, much better. This is actually the data set that I want, and so now we're good to go. So just to recap, 3 important things here. First, I realized the command was import Excel. Maybe I Googled, maybe I have it on my sheet. I used the help import Excel to tell me some things about how that command works, so that got me to both using this file name and also to use first row to treat the first row as variable names. Okay, so that's all well and good. Okay, so now we've got this data set in. Now, just as a preview, some commands that are really useful are things like describe or des, things like summarize. Those are all good things that we can do. Now, one thing that I like, again, about the do file is if I highlight the whole thing and click this do button or execute selection, or I can highlight it, or I can not highlight it, and if I click Control D on a Windows, it's going to run the whole thing. And this is just my describe, and this is my sum output. Again, we'll talk about this in the second video, where I'm going to cover commands that you should know off the top of your head and why they're useful. And so we've got a nice do file, and so maybe we're done, and I just want to save this out. Okay, well, I'm going to save. I'm going to say save using, and then I'm just going to use this same path because maybe this is the path for my certain assignment. And then I'm going to save. This is not going to be called example data. This is going to be called, I don't know, like this is about state level data and sort of population. So maybe I'll call this census.dta. And then I want to replace that because if I already have it, I want to make sure that I replace it with this new version. So now what I can do is I can run all of this. It's going to tell me it's not found because it's currently not, and I'm going to go ahead and replace it. So now we're good. Now I'm just going to save my do file. So what I'll do to save it is I can click the save button, or I can click File, Save As. I can navigate to my folder, and I'm going to call this Intro to Stata Part 1, which is going to be a .do file, and I'll go ahead and save that. So now when I come back to it in the next video, we can start with this code that we've already done, and we can start adding to it. We can start talking about different commands that are useful. That's exactly what I'm going to do in the next video. So again, if you got something out of this video, please let me know in the comment section below. If you didn't get anything out of this, please also let me know that and tell me what you want to see in the next couple of videos. But if this video or these videos in general are helping you out, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time for another case of Econ struggles.